Once we begin to understand more about narcissism and narcissistic individuals, we begin to recognise the very predictable patterns of behaviour. Before we can recognise these, we often believe that the narcissist behaviour is quite unbelievable, or perhaps it's just us that did something wrong, perhaps it was our fault in some way. However, that's what a narcissistic individual needs you to believe and needs those around you to believe, so that the narcissist can make out that you're the issue and not themselves. However, narcissists usually tend to follow a very similar pattern of behaviour. Now, when it comes to narcissistic individuals, they tend to have multiplayers in their games because these players are providing the narcissist with something. However, inevitably, they push their luck, and then the narcissist often faces the narcissist collapse. When it comes to narcissistic individuals, they're going to idolize someone who is of benefit to them in some way. You mean absolutely nothing to a narcissist. You're just a convenience. You're just someone who can serve them, provide for them. Now, narcissists are very good at putting on that charismatic charm, at mirroring who you are as a person, so that they can future fake with you and sell you the dreams of your future, claiming that they want those same things too, while playing the victim of how it's everybody else in their life that has always wronged them. If it wasn't for other people, everything would be going okay in the narcissist's life. They can be incredibly persistent. So even if you're just like, no, not my type whatsoever, no thank you, not today, they don't drop it. They keep going and keep going and keep going. They are relentless. They exhaust you to the point where you kind of give in. And then you're swept up in their reality, which you can't quite fathom out because it's not where you're coming from. And once they've idolised you and got you where they want you, things can go quite well for a few months. However, at some point, the narcissist will begin to devalue you. Now, these devaluations to begin with can be quite subtle and covert, and they can often seem like they're just offering you some constructive feedback or some advice. They can just sort of say, I wouldn't wear that if I was you. Ooh, do you really think that's the right option for you? So you begin to question yourself, because this person has seemingly been there for you and been so helpful. They start attacking your friendships. They start claiming that your family interfere too much, or they don't trust that friend of yours. When usually it's the narcissist that's trying to actually get with that friend of yours behind your back. The narcissist looks to isolate everyone from each other so that the narcissist can remain the puppet master of everyone. Once they've devalued you, once they've taken away your friends, your family, your confidence, your self-esteem, your identity, your independence, your financial resources, once they've destroyed these things for you, and you're left riddled with anxiety and confusion and self-doubt and depression, they find a way to pin all the blame onto you, to accuse you, the one who has mental issues, who needs help, to accuse you of being crazy. They play the victim to all those around them about how terrible you are as a person. And as you're drained and exhausted and no longer yourself, and potentially reacting to the narcissist in ways that you don't like about yourself, you start to question if you're the issue. You can then fawn to the narcissist's behaviour, that survival mechanism. Or you might finally just, something happens and you think, nah, enough's enough of this, I'm not doing this anymore. At which point a narcissist will bring their intermittent reinforcement back in, the reward punish. They suddenly become nice and loving and charming and caring and kind again. They're suddenly there for you again. They suddenly can't do enough for you. So when you finally had enough, they come back with that play nice. And then when they get the right desired attention from you, they reward you, only to punish you again for daring to think of leaving them, or daring to show them any form of indifference, or daring to no longer play their games. Meanwhile, they're hunting out that new source of supply. And while ever they can gain that new source of supply, you're relatively safe because they've got somebody else to keep their mind occupied. When they get that new source of supply is often when they will find a way to discard you, because they're no longer interested in you. They've got somebody else feeding them the attention they so desperately crave. And the new supply is no better or no worse than you. They're a convenience for the narcissist. They're providing the narcissist with something, be it an alibi, be it attention, be it support. The new supply is someone to feed the narcissist's ego, to feed them attention, to give them an alibi, to help the narcissist avoid any form of responsibility, to smear an ex to. Now, a new supply for a narcissist can be a new partner, it can be a friend, it can be a family member, anyone who's going to benefit the narcissist in some way. So once they've got that new source of supply, once they've discarded you, they often go all out to smear your name, to ruin your reputation any way they can, to make sure that you look like the problem, that it's all your fault and never their own. Now, if they see you doing well, or if they want to annoy the new supply, or they can't find another new supply, they might come back to hoover you, to suck you back into their games, to treat you like dirt, to discard you all over again. However, with a narcissist, it's only so long that they can keep this illusion up. Eventually, they push people away. People that were willing to help them and support them and be there for them. Eventually, the narcissist pushes them away, one by one, until the narcissist is left with nothing, till the narcissist hits rock bottom. However, to the narcissist, this is usually when they suffer their narcissistic collapse. They don't believe they're the issue. They believe everyone else is the issue. And more often than not, at some point, all the people that the narcissist has used and abused over the years can potentially come together, which is one of the narcissist's worst fears. They don't want people speaking to each other about the narcissist. That's why they've done their best to smear everybody to each other, to triangulate everybody, to ruin people's reputations, to keep people apart so that they can remain in control. However, when people start to figure the narcissist out and try and put pieces together, people can come together and realise who the narcissistic individual is, truly as a person. Now, a narcissist might just cling on to one person. With a narcissistic male, it might be their mother, that is still going to be there for them, still going to enable them. But more often than not, the narcissist at some point plays their games to a point where there's nobody left. They've aged. People are no longer interested in their pity plays and their games. And this is usually when you need to keep a very safe distance from a narcissistic individual, because those who lack empathy, who have hit rock bottom, who believe that everybody else is the issue, can turn to some very psychopathic behaviours. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description, and I do have a couple of one-to-one spots available. If you're looking for further reading, I have several books out on Amazon: How to Create Boundaries Around Those Who Have No Respect for Your Boundaries, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, which is all about the criteria of the narcissistic individual and then their behaviours such as mirroring, future faking, devaluing, isolation, intimidation, their flying monkeys, Darvo. This is available on Amazon. I then have Hilarious and Horrifying Narcissistic Memes and Their Meanings, which is a relatively new book, which is all the quotes and memes that I've shared over social media over the past 6 or 7 years, and the meanings behind these, such as: a narcissist creates an environment of instability, insecurity, confusion, frustration and fear to influence you into living life on their terms. Then there is 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People, How to Stay Sane and Break the Chain, because it's not always possible to go no contact. And Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal to recovery and empowerment, which is less about reading and more about writing, and it's all about self-awareness and acknowledgement, emotional healing, rebuilding your identity, empowerment and growth, building healthy relationships, creating boundaries and continuous progress. They are all available on Amazon if anyone would like to take a look at those. And the current offer is, if anyone is happy to purchase a book and leave a genuine 5-star review, the online Break Free from Narcissistic and Emotional Abuse course is available for free. Thank you very much for listening. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.